Lamine Yamal just came out and said that Barcelona are favorites to win the Champions League and that they're not scared of anybody, and then went on to speak about Real Madrid. Lamine Yamal said that the matches against Real Madrid are always the most emotional and that they are the club that does the most damage to Real Madrid, and then he said vice versa. Buddy, Lamine Yamal, I know you're new to the game, so basically let me summarize this for you. Normally, your club wins a lot of Copa del Reys, and normally Real Madrid wins a lot of Champions Leagues. And that's probably not going to change. I mean, that's realistically, that's going to keep being the case. And if in 15 years you want to look back and see that you've won 16 Copa del Reys and maybe, just maybe, one Champions League, then that's cool. Stay at Barcelona. That's probably what's going to happen. But if you ever decide that you want to win big trophies and consistently win big trophies, then just call Real Madrid up. Do a Figo 2.0, bro. You would be an amazing backup for Rodrigo. You would be an amazing rotational player at Real Madrid.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. If you're new here, hit the subscription button. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for watching this one again and again. So today, the video that I want to react to real quick, I just want to give out my 2 cents about this video. It's this video of Lamine Yamal doing interviews all over, left, right, center. If you've been watching my videos, I've been condemning this Lamine Yamal interviews all in all, because another day he went on an interview, because I think the previous day he went on an interview and said that the club that he can't join Real Madrid. And you know, this I feel like this kid, maybe he's good on the pitch, but then he's being paid to be a player, not being a blogger, or not being like a person who does interview all over. I feel like he's good when he plays, but then all the time this kid goes into these interviews, he keeps on, like, you know, saying a lot of things that are not necessary. So previously he went on an interview, but this interview, I don't see anything wrong with whatever he said about Real Madrid and Barcelona. A lot of people have been misquoting whatever he said, because he said that Barcelona is the club that have been doing a lot of damage to Real Madrid and vice versa. So a lot of people just picked it at a point that he said that Barcelona is the club that have been doing a lot of damages to Real Madrid, and left it at that point. A lot of people never considered the word vice versa in that statement. So he said that Barcelona is the club that have been whooping Real Madrid all over, and he also said vice versa. So he meant that Real Madrid also have been whooping Barcelona. But you know, a lot of bloggers came in and started saying that, you know, he mocked Real Madrid, said that Real Madrid are always being whooped by Barcelona. Of course, I'm wearing a Barcelona shirt, but then I love Real Madrid. So I feel like there is nothing wrong with the statement he said. The only thing I feel wrong with Lamine Yamal is that he's only 17 years old. Is being paid to be a player, not being a interviewer, or being interviewed left, right, and center. It's not like a Barcelona president. It's only a 17-year-old. It's only a 17-year-old kid. So I wonder the urge of this kid always going into these interviews, and him attacking Real Madrid has always been like has always been norm, because always Lamine Yamal, when Lamine Yamal sits down in front of the cameras and in front of the microphones, he always speak. He has to speak something about Real Madrid, and I don't know why this one always comes in, because I feel like a soccer, because I feel like a soccer game is not something like music. Music, when you go somewhere, this someone that send you know, things like clout and stuff may work for you, but this is football. There is no rocket science in football. When you talk about whooping Real Madrid, you have to go there and do it. When you talk about winning games, when you talk about winning the Champions League, and you also said that Barcelona is the favorite club to win the Champions League this season. There is nothing that will stop them from winning the Champions League this season. I feel like even when they won the Euro with Spain, he had the same mentality, and I feel like this kid, he has a really high self-esteem for him to go into these interviews, for him to like say that Barcelona. I've seen like players playing for Barcelona, players like even right now, when you ask a player like Robert Lewandowski about the Champions League. He'll say that, he's not sure about if Barcelona will win the Champions League. Ask the players like Wojciech Szczesny. Szczesny is the goalkeeper of Barcelona, and if you ask him right now, I'm sure he's not sure if Barcelona is going to win the Champions League. But then this kid, a 17-year-old kid, coming on and saying that Barcelona is the favorite club to win the Champions League. I see it, and when I'll believe that this one will happen is when I'll see Real Madrid and Barcelona going to the finals. Because if Real Madrid and Barcelona meet in UEFA Champions League finals, it's quite sure Barcelona will take the day. That's when I'll be sure that they will win the Champions League this season. But then I think for someone advising this kid to go into these interviews all day, all night, and start saying things about Real Madrid, I think it's wrong. I just feel it's still he's still young and talking too much. Of course, when you look at Lamine Yamal and when you look at Lionel Messi, when Lionel Messi was 17 years old, Lamine Yamal has done a lot that Lionel Messi never did at 17 years old. Lionel Messi started shining, started being a world most respected star when he was 19 years old. But look at this kid; he's only 17 years old and he's doing wonders. But then I never saw Lionel Messi. I never saw Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm talking about young Messi. I'm talking about young Ronaldo. I'm talking about young Mbappe going into this interview saying that this is a club that I can't join. This is a club that you're only 17-year old. You don't know what soccer holds for you. Of course, right now he's lucky to be playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world. Of course, I always say this. I always say that if a player like Bukayo Saka was playing for Barcelona, Bukayo Saka would have gained a lot of attention more than even Lamine Yamal. I always say this when a player like Amad Diallo was playing for clubs like Barcelona and Real Madrid, he would have got massive attention than Lamine Yamal right now. But Lamine Yamal somehow is lucky to play for Barcelona. He's lucky to be one of the youngest stars to be featured in Barcelona lineup. And I feel like the only thing that he needs to stop going into these interviews and saying a lot of things, because I feel like he's still young, and it's at the moment, at 17-year old, he's not a man, he's still a child, because he doesn't know whatever he's doing. Although when he's on the pitch, he plays like a 20 or 28-year-old man. He's a good player, but he needs to stop these interviews ASAP. And in this interview that he went and said that Barcelona is the club that always whoop and always brings a lot of trouble to Real Madrid and vice versa. I think that a lot of people misquoted him, and because of the word vice versa, he also meant that Real Madrid also always cause a lot of trouble to Barcelona. So a lot of people have been misquoting it. But tell me what to think about Lamine Yamal in the comment section, because I feel like this kid is losing it with these interviews. He's a good player, but then he needs to stop these interviews. He's not a musician. He's not a politician. It's being paid to be a player. So I feel like the only thing he's doing wrong is going into these interviews and saying a lot of things. I feel like he's a good player. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you feel Lamine Yamal is wasting his talent through these interviews, or do you think he needs to continue doing these interviews and mocking Real Madrid? Tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.